This is a good pick. It really is. It really punishes Spectre for like haunting into a fight. You can really just take down Leshrac as well, but you will need a BKB fairly early. You have Hookshot, which just makes, Black Hole very difficult. And then Clockwork can also just walk in with a battery assault and be like, haha, got him.
5 seconds.
So far, what this means, though, is we're likely to see Mars or Snapfire rotate to either mid or support, right? This isn't 4DR, mid lane, Earth Spirit that we've been seeing. This is likely just to be the 4. And then either Mars or Snapfire will be playing the 5, which is fine. Both those heroes can do it. We've seen Mars in the 5 position, specifically on Beast Coast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Sorry, I get a little bit distracted. Yeah, we have seen it in the pause 5. I think you can run it to 2, 3, 4, or 5. Fill whatever needs you have to be honest. It's more so about where the rest of your draft fits.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see where that one goes. The Oracle probably played with the Spectre, right? The Clockwork is probably going to roam around the map and be played in the pause 4. I'm trying to figure out what rounds out Sadboys' draft the best. It'll probably be an offlane because they need some sort of frontline dangler, so to speak, Ricky. I know we're both fans of those.
You got to have a dangler, man. You're really missing out if you don't have one. You got, nothing beats a good dangler. Am I right, Neph?
What's dangling here, though, for them?
Well, they ban out the Beast Master. They do respond with the PA AM ban. So the only hero that's really left, honestly, is like Juggernaut here.
Or Sadboy. Timbersaw still in the pool.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is Sadboys still have the Timbersaw if they want to take it. That's what I'm wondering is like what they're going to take on Beast Coast, because you have last pick again for offlane Moo, who has performed incredible all tournament. I mean, we talk about Moo being one of the best players in general. Like, this guy is so flexible. He's talented on every hero he plays, every role he plays. And now you have like the ability to go for a big counter pick again, like they did last game, slowing down Spectre's game.
Yeah. We'll have to see, though, what they grab last. Beast Coast, they're really thinking about this last pick. Again, one of the most common things that they go for in Beast Coast is these strength carries. So it's got to be...
It's got to be Jug, man. Like, it just has to be. I don't know what else you can pick here. You can go Slark, technically, but it's not the best Slark game. There's a lot of Magic Burst.
Jug would make the most sense, but knowing Beast Coast, I mean, they'll probably pick up a Wraith King or something.
Tomato Jug is pretty good, though. He plays a lot of Juggernaut.
The game that he played Juggernaut earlier in this tournament, we kept him dropping those healing wards on the high ground, just absolutely bodied the enemy team there.
Oh.
They take terrible dead.
Okay.
So not what I was expecting, and there's a lot of magical damage coming up from Sadboys as well, so you have to be worried about getting bursted down now.
So your off lane could be Leshrac if they want, and you could still pick a mid lane here for DNM, but I would expect them to just pick something that tries to punish this Terrorblade.
5 seconds.
Yeah. You think they'll take an Underlord here then? Is Underlord, Tidehunter still in the pool?
I'd be down for a Tidehunter is not bad.
But you are still worried about going down to a black hole.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like the black hole kind of counters the Tidehunter, Kraken Shell idea, where you can just always get that Ravage off. And then you're really focusing around minus armor, which isn't ideal. Yeah, it's the Timbersaw. There's just the most sense. It's a Moo classic, and it's pure damage, so you don't really care. It's good against pretty much every hero. It is going to be KXY Mars, so it is going to be the mid Mars.
Yeah. I was thinking that they might round it off with a stun, but the Timbersaw, you're playing against so many strength heroes here. Whisper's the only person that can really fight into it at the start of this game. And Moo is an absolute monster on this hero. So I think the Sadboys' draft is just too good here. Beast Coast didn't respond to it properly. I think Enigma's very weak in this patch. I think Tomato's going to have such a rough game against the Timbersaw.
I mean, I'm with you pretty much all the way here, man. It's the Moo Timbersaw, again, I think they give him a great last pick hero he's going to do some serious work on. And you're going to have this scenario at like 20 minutes where you're probably going to be lacking at least 3 to 4 towers. And I don't know how you can deal with it because Leshrac and Timbersaw are going to just run you down if you try to fight them.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to go the same way that we've seen a lot of other Sadboys game to go. They're going to take these early mid towers. They're going to struggle to push the mid tower themselves on Beast Coast, and Sadboys, they're just going to take control of the map. Again, they get better and better every single game. I'm not sure how much they scrimmed before the tournament started because both Snake King and Moo were on for fun, and only had recently joined the team. But these games serving as practice for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see how this one goes. Sadboys. It's looking incredibly strong. The Timbersaw, you just don't have a real solution to it. I mean, you can group up and you have some decent lockdown. I mean, the Malefice able to interrupt the Timber Chain coming out. There are spirits with low cooldown stuns, but I don't think that you have the damage for it. You're gonna have to pause though, because Sneaking and DNM have both disconnected.
Oh, that is not ideal. You don't really want to start a game like that, honestly.
Somebody just sent Snake King's hero outside, or started moving it for him while he was DC'd, though. Probably PPD. This is where you need to be, Snake King. I'm gonna move you like a chess piece. He did compliment the guy's clockwork in Twitch chat the other day, though.
Oh, he did. That is true.
I don't know if you remember that. He's called Snake King Clockwork the next Bulba Clockwork.
He did, yeah. He said Snake King Clockwork equals Bulba Clockwork, which is quite the compliment, because we all remember Bulba in his prime on that Clockwork was pretty legendary. And now no matter what we say, no matter how nice and positive we are, chat will just be full of Lulbas, because that's just how Twitch chat works.
Well, I also remember Bulba that way, to be fair.
Damn it, Neph.
I'm not helping my own case. Yeah, the guy is incredibly smart Dota player, though. One of the smartest, mechanically knowledgeable players in the game.
He's one of the greats, indeed.
Yep. Him and Owie, I think, he's the top two inside the North American region for actual gameplay mechanics. I'm not sure how I'd value highest for like macro management, movements around the map, and good cat. I mean, PPD is definitely up there.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to compare different Dota players because the game is so complicated. There's so many different aspects you have to be good at. I feel like nobody's the best at absolutely everything.
I mean, if there was, I feel like the game wouldn't be fun anymore, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah. You know, there's no way to be perfect at this game. It's too complex. It's too in-depth.
The battle seeks resolution.
Even the perfect play isn't always the perfect play, so to speak. I'm not gonna even get into it though. Let's talk this game. The players reconnected. Snake King is going to go top. He's got boots of speed first, so Beast Coast, they're gonna have to throw multiple heroes at them if they want to fight into this Clockwork. He is so strong with battery assault at level 1. He's able to run you down with these boots of speed as well.
I mean, this is such a difficult thing for Snapfire to deal with because she doesn't go boots first, and typically you don't go for Schofield running down PPD here. He did get a ward up on the high ground, which doesn't actually grant vision of the rune, but it will allow him to get vision of Schofield if he's ever rotating to the mid lane, which is what he's mainly doing here.
Interesting. It also doesn't get dewarded by, I think, the sentry up on that hill that's placed, so it could end up doing some economic damage there.
Yeah. Schofield does sentry block the small camp, though, the pole camp. So PPD will eventually find that.
And, pings coming up from both sides. I think they're realizing that both teams are playing inside the Radiant jungle. Top rune, that's where the action is going to be. We got Snake King with his boots first, like I mentioned, to probably get battery assault level 1. Tomato will have to be careful if he tries to run for this rune, but he thinks better of it. And teams just sending themselves out some starting innings with that bounty gold. Tango is going out to the mid lane, worried about any potential harass that could take you out here from Mars KXY here. Gods of Buke does do a bit of damage here to the Leshrac. And I guess worried about Scope. You missed that. Just rolls right past him.
Oh, did he? He's like, hey, howdy do, neighbor. He is rotating the top lane, so they will have knowledge of the Stinger. Just there it is. That's the Clockwork v Snapfire. What a fun matchup that is.
I mean, the guy's down to 200 HP already.
He did also tank a Timber Chain on the way out, so he is going to go Timber Chain level 1 and then Reactive Armor at 2. I think he was expecting the meta to come out already, which is why, but Tomato able to hold it because he sees the Timber Chain get committed.
No.
He's got to be careful until he has the level 2 there. Creep wave pulled obviously by Snaking, just perfectly done. He's going to be able to pull them into the wave, and he also blocks the hard camp on the way. So one of the things that a lot of people need to make sure to do with those types of pulls. And he's going to walk away and give solo experience to his Timbersaw, who does absolutely need it. Oh, the deny. Does he get it? Oh, such a close attempt there from Schofield.
I mean, he's just doing his best. They did the exact same thing over here with Tomato, just pulling the creeps behind the tower, making them as hard to take as possible. But Moo will be able to secure his level 2 here and this next CS.
So,
Ooh,
what was it?
Sorry. Just a rolling boulder came out at the same time that Timber Chain did to try and secure CS and deny a range creep.
Oh, nice.
A very small way, but... Sorry. We're looking at mid lane now. Yeah,
I was looking mid, just seeing how this matchup goes. KXY doesn't really want to use Spear that often because it costs a lot of mana until you have your bottle. And you can see right now, I mean, he's starved, has to ferry himself a mango, and he pretty much only has mana for God's Rebuke. Whereas DNM, like, he's a lot closer to that bottle, and he's going to have it here pretty soon.
Yep.
There
Just
it is.
taking advantage. These 2 points in the split earth, his range attack, and getting that as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the struggling here on Mars, just as you mentioned. In the top lane, Snake King's getting run down a little bit. He pops the battery assault, but I think these two heroes can just stand their ground and click him back underneath it.
I don't know, man. Clockwork is a hero. Look at that thing. He's setting it up for Moo to come on over and try and finish off this Earth Spirit. He's got to roll away, obviously, so he'll be fine. Moo just going to tank up the wave, get these reactive armor stacks. Yeah. He's like, I'll take this free salve from baby creeps. This seems pretty good.
Yeah, 12 stacks of the reactive armor. It's interesting. This is the first time I've seen the tech lane run. Clockwork and the Timbersaw.
Yeah, they're going for the mech synergy. Is that game still around? Anyone know?
Which game?
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
A mech battling game. I absolutely hate mechs. I have no knowledge of them. I think we've had this conversation before.
I think we have too. Ooh. He's like trying to bait him with his courier. He gets tranquils and might run down Schofield here as a result. A couple more seconds on that battery assault, but he's got a rolling boulder to get away. Snaking's been holding his second point for so long. Hasn't opted for the power cogs yet.
You might need a rocket flare to interrupt something or to get a kill. So until you're actually going to use the power cogs, you want to hold that point.
Okay. Whisper doing fantastic in the bottom lane, and PPD is going to eat a lot of damage from these 6 Eidolons.
And KXY, he bottles a regeneration. And we were talking about his lack of mana earlier. Well, that solves the problem.
All right. You're looking pretty good.
Refill the bottle in the mid lane by TPing Snake King there, and he'll just head top, I imagine.
He's going to run at KXY for a moment because he does struggle against the Clockwork. A split Earth is there. They have the cogs this time. The Spirit doesn't hit, and now KXY just lots of harassment damage. But like I said, he's got the regen. He doesn't care too much. He's going to pop that bad boy. He'll be fine. Big commitment from Sadboys to get that regen rune.
Yep. They ended up getting a little bit of punishment there.
They want this rune. They got, or the ward rather. They get it. Nice time there.
Timing that up so DNM can get the gold for it, I believe. If that was his century anyways.
Yeah, it was. No, it was Clockworks, but either way, yeah.
That's Clockworks, so Clockwork ends up getting the gold.
So bounty runes are out. Fear is going to grab bottom. We already saw Schofield take 1, 2 still available top. Or I guess 1 now that Snake King has taken it. And here comes Moo doing Timbersaw things where your tower is gonna be in trouble now that a catapult is on the way and you have 0 kill threat on this Timbersaw now.
No.
Nice cookie to try and clear the wave, but again, he's sitting on 11 reactive armor stacks right now, and that's just going to go up as he tanks up this creep wave. 26, almost 27 health per second.
Dire structures.
He will have to fort the wave. I wonder if that fort was for mid. I'm actually not 100% sure. Wait, Schofield found the bounty rune. Oh my gosh. DNM was going up there to grab it. And there just happened to be a Earth Spirit there who stole it instead.
Yep, the
Wrap around mid. Snake King is here. He's going to hit with that level 2 battery assault this time and the split Earth. First blood goes to PPD on the Oracle. This is literally all because of Timbersaw. You can just leave him solo top and they have no answer for this. This is the benefit of having this hero in the game. Like, yes, they commit heavily, they get the catapult, but Timbersaw doesn't require any lane assistance, and it allows this Clockwork to rotate to mid not once, but now twice, and finally kill that pesky Mars, I guess. Yeah.
Speaking of catapult, I didn't realize it, but I'm pretty sure Tomato popped that metamorphosis earlier so we could take the catapult from Sadboys side.
All right. Black Hole committed bottom and the arena. They take down Spectre. Fear, his first death of the game.
Yeah, those two abilities will do it. I mean, Black Hole is basically a free kill once you hit level 6 on Enigma. The 400 pure damage in the 4-second lockdown is absolutely insane. But this game, you know, if they have the opportunity to use it, they have to. There's so many different ways they have to interrupt it or save people inside the Black Hole.
I'm just watching Moo and Stinger in the top lane, and it is really funny. He's like, he just couldn't connect onto this Snapfire with these Windlays. He was just slightly too slow.
It's like an episode of Tom and Jerry. And chasing him through the trees there. Moo, he's just gonna try to shove down this lane. I mean, that's what you want to do on a Timbersaw. You want to get the tower as quickly as possible by yourself. And if you can kill Stinger along the way, great.
Wait a minute. He just pulled the wave. Oh, because he doesn't want to give the reactive armor stacks. That makes sense.
Yeah. And the reactive armor stacks and of any XP and gold. And that's actually a decent solution to it.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you'd want the Timbersaw wants to tank the tower and the creeps to keep his stacks up and keep him, you know, tanky. But he gets level 6 here. Oh, he calculates it perfectly and just blows up Stinger. You just had to wait for that. The chakram damage is way too much for that hero to deal with.
Yeah, and the stat loss that you get when you're a strength hero thanks to that whirling death. I mean, it's a struggle for any of these heroes that sit up against it. They want to be able to leech XP here, though, but Moo is such a threat.
3-point Edict in the mid lane. DNM's going to start working on the tower, but they will TP in one. It's going to be Stinger. KXY pops a DD when he walks his way back. So right now, Fear is still second on net worth despite being killed. The Terrorblade is just jungling, which is expected, right? He goes to 3 points in Conjure Image, the 3 points in meta. You typically go the Refraction build, or Reflection build if you know you have the ability to, like, you know, trade the lane, but because of Timbersaw, there's just no way.
Well, it depends on what hero you're up against. Like the other day, we saw it against Venomancer, and so you're applying the Poison Sting with the Reflection. Mid lane, Arena comes out, and Snake King, he actually goes down.
You know, Jerry was looking there a moment ago, but thought there was no way he'd walk close enough to the Mars, and it turns out he did.
Don't make assumptions there, Jerry.
Yeah, come on, Jerry. What are you doing?
EXY, he's going to be happy about grabbing himself that one, though, and slowing down Snake King's game. It's very important for him to get his level 6 so they can get these initiations now, because outside of that, they struggle to actually get on top of people.
So DNM has come top, and I like this decision a lot because they need to get this tower to make more space for the Timbersaw and start choking out this jungle. And he was kind of struggling to take the tower himself because of how much they committed in the top lane to just trying slowing him down. Like, right, the meta to kill the catapult. They had Snapfire up there, like, constantly trying to pull him and push the waves. It looks like Moo's just going to go bottom to be this, like, unstoppable defense here instead, I guess.
Oh my god, all the Eidolons.
Oh yeah,
no.
Baby. That is 6 times 23. Lots of money.
A lot if I could do math.
Yeah, you know, neither we are from North America, so we don't have the ability to do any sort of number crunching.
I can pull myself up my bootstraps real good, like, though.
Yeah, nice. They did manage to catch a Snapfire, but she cuts a tree with that body slam. Okay.
I give Stinger the tips. Stinger deserves it.
That was a good one. But your ancient camp here, huh? You wanted this for your Terrorblade, but instead Timbersaw's like, cool, I'll just throw a Chakram here. This sounds pretty good.
Yeah, don't mind it by Scooby-Dooby-Doo, as they say. One of Moo's phrases.
Ooh, Whisper rotating in, has Black Hole. He might just commit it, but that's not even necessary. They're able to pick him down. So this is a problem. Your Timbersaw can't afford to get got like this. He needs to be making a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen in some other games at this point in the match that Timbersaw, if left alone, he starts shoving out like tier 2 towers. Because we're dealing with it incredibly well, though, which forced them to send Leshrac up there to take the tower. Now he's being a real nuisance, but it's not worth it if you end up going down like that, as you mentioned.
A pretty good net worth lead already for Beast Coast. You do have this, Terrorblade at the very top of the charts. Mid lane, Spear comes out. Hook shot not going to connect from snaking. Ends up hitting that creep. KXY just dancing on the haters. They forced this? Did they really think the catapult's going to finish this? Is it going to?
It might.
5 HP calculated deny there from Peter. Of course. What else would you expect?
This is what I mentioned at the start of the game, though. It seems like a lot of... Oh, okay, that comes out, but he disengages. A lot of their game plan here on Sadboys is built around keeping that mid tower up. So since they managed to take that now, I'm curious if their entire game is going to fall apart. Teamfight is about to break out here in the bot lane, but they struggle to get on top of anybody without the hook shot. They do get the Terrorblade, though, who's got the Sunder.
Oh, he's just so dead. The magic damage from Leshrac. They even haunt in onto Whisper. He has a Black Hole, but you can't use it because of Clockwork. And now an Arena going to hold him in place. I mean, you pin the DNM Leshrac to the side, but guess what? Moo, he's just going to keep diving. This is the Timbersaw in this game. He's just too damn strong against these heroes. I don't know if you have the mana to finish this. Yes, 16 wand charges. I take it all back. Nice spear from KXY. He's going to turn his attention on maybe to Schofield, but Magnetize ticking him down. PPD going to try and save him with that Fate's Edict and a heal. But Schofield able to keep it running. He has 2 more remnants, but unable to close the gap, and DNM takes the tower in the process. Looking for KXY now. Schofield gets caught by a hook shot. A beautiful re-initiation here, but again, Whisper comes in. It's Black Hole. It's onto 4 heroes. A Blade Mail doing some serious damage from the spec, but you take down Leshrac. They will be able to get a PPD here potentially as Moo. No, they're all going to survive, and Stinger, he commits the ult. He doesn't even get the Clockwork. Oh my goodness, they survive on fractions of health. 3 heroes just gonna TP out.
Everybody's so low. The Black Hole not quite doing it there. Beautiful popping of that Blade Mail by Fear. Just such a quick reaction there. Surprising to me. And that is going to be almost 3,000 XP and 2,000 gold going their way. Not quite enough damage.
That is like the moment when Beast Coast was going to be like, all right, we're really going to pull ahead in this game now, right? But
things around, they stopped getting as many kills.
Oh, man. That is a rough one. You now almost have a Yule Scepter on the Leshrac, which just makes it that much easier to go for these plays. And KXY, he's found. You got Hookshot in 1. He sidesteps the Split Earth. But again, it's DNM's Leshrac. Once again, just going to be such an issue this game.
There was some beautiful fight saves from PPD in that last fight that I didn't get the chance to touch on. I mean, he threw up the Fate's Edict onto the Clockwork, healed him up with the Purifying Flames afterwards, knowing he's going to be fine. Earth Spirit Ultimate only doing 40 damage a second right now because they nerfed it, so it's only like 30% after you factor in magic resistance. Keeping everybody topped up there, and of course keeping Fear alive thanks to that false promise. Guy
picking out Moo here. DNM though, the fresh Yules into the Split Earth. Schofield just immediately dead. You are TPing in KXY. He's got the Arena. They cancel it. Oh no, they're just gonna give up this tower. There's nothing you can do here. Like, Whisper has 4 points in this Midnight Pulse, but without the Arena, there's nothing to prevent them from just walking away.
Yeah. Moo just keeping everybody safely and super far in front, and yeah, utter defiance on him. Dodges the spear. KXY. Oh, you hate to see it.
It happens, man. Oh, I hear a Blade Mail pop the incredible Blade Mail Ancient Camp clearing of the Spectre. Super, super interesting stuff coming out here.
Yeah. Awesome. I can't wait to see this in the next patch as well. Don't worry, everybody. Things will be better tomorrow. You'll wake up. It'll be like an early Christmas morning when we get our
Oh, they
patch.
smoke on the high ground where they just kind of expect this to be. Snaking, he's looking for a hook shot. Question is, who's it going to be? It's the Mars. The Whisper on the backside, drops a big Midnight Pulse, but he doesn't have the black hole in Arena. Gonna make some space with the Mortimer Kisses. DNM just trying to chase down Whisper. It looks like he's gonna be able to get him. There's gonna be a nice false promise onto Peter, keeping him alive, but Fear, he's going from target to target. Moo, with the help of the boys, it'll just melt down that Earth Spirit, and now Moo, he's just gonna continue the onslaught. Pops that wand, he's feeling pretty tanky. Fear, chasing after Stinger, doesn't want to dive the tower, but a 2 for 2.
Not bad. 2 for 2 ends up going just a little bit in favor of Sadboys, given the fact that they took down that Enigma, who actually has a surprising amount of gold. 617 gold going their way, and 443 going the way of Beast Coast, and about 100 XP in total going in the favor of Sadboys there. Well, they need to find a way to kill Fear and slow him down. This guy's almost got his Manta style complete. Once that's done, they're gonna probably run to take Roche. Oh! Fear misses the stack. You hear that? You hear the sirens? That's a small play police there,
Small
Ricky.
pay police. They're coming for you, Fear. You better not make that mistake again, or they're really going to take you away.
Let's see. I think he's finding himself out some clarity. He just wants to keep his mana topped up while he jungles, you know, going for maximum efficiency with the Spectral Dagger, but you got to make sure that you're able to haunt it and use those Spectral Daggers in team fights when they break out. That's one of the better parts of playing Spectre in this patch. You can continue to farm but still have that 5-man presence essentially.
Yeah, you can see Whisper kind of sitting in the mid lane here. They're pinging out Moo. They're like, guys, we need to kill him and slow this game down. But look at PPD. He's just positioned, you know, in a decent enough spot to where he can always, you know, get a save either with Fate's Edict or the False Promise, which False Promise on cooldown for another 10 seconds. But they're still just baiting Moo here, it seems. He feels safe enough, and 4 heroes being committed here from Beast Coast while they farm essentially 3 lanes on Sadboys.
Yeah, this is exactly what's going to pull them ahead. I mean, Tomato can do a great job of shoving out multiple lanes and farming up the jungle and lanes at the same time thanks to that Conjure image, but when you're committing 4 heroes and just trying to follow Moo around the map, it doesn't matter that you've got the Conjure image and all this agility to work with. They slowly fall behind. Tier 2 neutral items come out, and they managed to find an Aquila on the Terrorblade. It's a nice pickup.
Absolutely.
He's almost got the Ice God.
Wow, that is a really early Scotty on Tomato.
Yeah. But it does run into that issue that you mentioned, where all of this farm is into one hero, and there's a lot of magic damage coming out from Sadboy. So if you take him out of the team fight, Beast Coast, they're going to struggle.
He actually just needs the BKB, like pretty much next item, or he needs to go the Manta or like SNY into, you know, status resistance. I don't think he can survive with even 2k HP. He just does melt.
Yeah, I mean, there's huge nukes. There's Oracles, Purifying Flames, the 260 damage nukes. There's everything in Leshrax's kit. There's Tibbers with the pure damage, Clockwork as well. It's too much. He needs a BKB this game.
Ooh, Schofield's going to get found. There's going to be the Yules into that split earth, but in comes KXY. A little bit of damage coming out to the Leshrac, but Hookshot will be interrupted thanks to that Arena, but you can't get away from Fear, sir. It comes for us all, and now Whisper in the mid lane just getting chased down. Moo, he's got to be a little careful. You do have the False Promise. Will keep him alive for now, but so much damage. The magic resist coming in. Thank you to that Oracle, but I mean, you lose Snaking. On the backside, DNM trying to turn this around, but I don't think this is the place, or Yules for a moment. Can they burst down Tomato before he gets the Sunder? It doesn't matter. He pops the wand. In comes Whipster. He gets a really nice black hole, but immediately interrupted. Unfortunate there for him. Doesn't catch the heroes he wants. DNM 1 auto attack away. The boulder kick. 10 HP. The rolling boulder. Dude, he's going to die to the urn. Well found there by Schofield. Tomato, no Sunder left, being ran down by Fear. And comes Moo as well. The Chakram, they have the pure damage if they can stick on top of him, but he's going to get the reflection. Fear's going to do some damage to himself, but a nice Manta to chase this out. Dagger, not having vision quite yet, will find him. Oh, look who it is, baby. It's Snaking on the Clockwork. Interception. Throw to me, I'm open, he says.
You're not going anywhere. Takes him down. Beautiful fight there, though, by Sadboys. I think that the start of all this was set up by PPD. I mean, his amazing positioning this game, as you mentioned, when they threw the Arena and the Spear off onto DNM on this Leshrac, PPD was there and threw the Fate's Edict onto him. He would have blown up if PPD wasn't there. And he was so calm about it, he didn't end up throwing the False Promise onto him either. That was just the magic resistance.
And he had it for Moo at the end of the day, too. you know, when Moo gets gone on the mid lane. So it's just, yeah, you're right. PPD playing very well, and they just can't close out the kills. It seems like they are having a really hard time finding these big kills. Top lane, they found Stinger once again. Snake King. Oh man, he is making this Snapfire's game so difficult.
Stinger struggling to be able to do anything. I feel like that would be one of the gap closing tools for them. They could get onto Oracle on the backline with an Aghanim Scepter on Snapfire, but that's not going to happen. I mean, he's still working on this Glimmer Cape. So not even his first item done yet. And now they're taking control of this map. They haven't gone for Roche yet, but I don't imagine it'll be much longer. He does have his Manta style in that Blade Mail. He, in fact, almost has a Basher complete as well. I think you should probably be going for it right now while you know Black Hole's on cooldown, right?
Yeah, you could. I think that would make the most sense. It just seems like Roshan just isn't like a target for them, which is a little bit weird. I would have expected them, you know, that to be high on their list with the Spectre and a Timbersaw. You can just tank it for free, but maybe they're just a little bit afraid. You know, the Mortimer Kisses, the Arena, they all do a lot of damage. You have Earth Spirit who can throw a huge Magnetize in there. And then if Terrorblade, if they can't jump on top of him, like, he is very scary.
His magical burst to deal with him, but his positioning in that last fight was pretty good. A lot of damage consumption, so I guess just playing further forward here, trying to take this top tier 2. Getting more control of the map does make taking Roshan a little bit easier.
Yeah,
also, you're definitely getting more from this right now on the side of Sadboys. DNM just needs to pop a Diabolic Edict once more. No Fortify available, and the tier 2 will go down.
Yeah, nice find there from them. Fear just clearing out this mid wave, not allowing it to get to their tier 2 tower, and this gives them full control over the Roche pit. His top outpost is going to go to them. They control mid as well, and if you're Beast Coast, it's going to make it that much more difficult to contest, right? If they decide to go for it on the side of Sadboys.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Here they go. Exactly as mentioned. Manta style available on Spectre as well. They're not taking it that fast, but that'll change as soon as Fear gets in here.
What's that? Oh, 3. Oh my god. 3 Desolates. Very cool. It's a lot of pure damage.
3 Fear. Bottom lane KXY is going to do some significant damage to this tower here.
They're going to TP to defend this, I think, right? Nah, it's already dead.
Okay, KXY, that's enough.
I really expected them to defend the tier 2. I didn't think they wanted to give up the outpost, but they have bigger objectives, bigger fish to fry, it seems, and that is going to be an ancient stack for Fear. And that is what he wants.
A lot of people were missing off the map. I think they're worried about Whisper sitting behind them with that Blink Dagger. Being able to hit them with a
good point, sir. Well, they ping top lane. They see them with this nice ward here on the high ground. He's gonna try and get it right now, but it's gonna be a big problem as DNM's right here. Yule's into that split earth, and Snapfire, no chance in hell. He's gonna go down.
DNM.
Fear bottom lane. First hit bash. Oh, no, Mars. He didn't know he had it completed. KXY, he's got nowhere to go. Oh, no. A disaster. Mid lane as well. You lose the Earth Spirit. 3 heroes around the map simultaneously fall for Beast Coast.
And they're just going to shove in the lanes after this one. They got so many tools they need. Just completed that... sorry, they ended up completing the Blade Mail, the Basher on the Spectre. Almost has the Abyssal Blade after that kill onto KXY. He is very happy about it. Tips him, in fact. Sadboys, this is looking super good for them and rough for Beast Coast.
4,000 lead, but it's the momentum right now. This is when they're very strong on the side of Sadboys, right? They got Moo to just tank the front line. DNM, very fast tower pusher. He has this Aghanim Scepter completed. Makes him that much stronger in team fights while Pulse Nova's going around. I think Reflection on Timbersaw only helps him because he just keeps his reactive armor stacks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slow, if nothing else, but if you don't have anybody with him, then, or anybody with you, then yeah, it's just helping him. They'll build up these stacks and continue to push. They're playing their side of the map right now on Sadboy. I think getting in position to grab these bounty runes and potentially grab another couple of items before they close the game out. Yeah, Fear just working on that Abyssal Blade. That's one of the big ones. If he can get on top of...
They found Moo. He's stuck inside a Midnight Pulse, but guess what? PPD is here. He can keep him alive. You can't Timber Chain out of the arena, Moo. You're stuck there, but in comes DNM. There's the Black Hole catching both cores. And this is going to be a big win for Beast Coast. There's no way Move survives this one.
Would have been a lot of damage for sure. And he managed to find PPD. The roll on Schofield.
This guy's sick, man. He's finding the kills one after one. Fear's coming in, gonna try and turn this around, but Haunt isn't gonna be in time. He managed to take down KXY on the backside and doesn't manage to get the bash onto the Terrorblade as he's TPing out, but guess what, baby? Fear, he can take down your whole team. Tomato trying to do what he can, but 3 heroes now running for their lives. Stinger, you can't fight into the illusions. The dispersion doing too much work. He has dust. No one escapes Fear on the high ground. Schofield able to take down Snaking, going for the TP out earn. Not going to come out in time.
No, and the dagger unfortunately doesn't reach him. It flies across the map instead, but Beast Coast finally managing to find themselves a good fight, realizing that Spectre wasn't part of that and needed that Abyssal Blade in order to interrupt the Black Hole from the outside. So a lot of XP going their way and much needed. 6,400 and ends up being like a 2,000 swing there and about a 1,000 net worth swing.
Yeah, that was a fantastic initiation and a great hold there from the Enigma, right? Waiting till he sees DNM on the Leshrac because, you know, Black Holing the Timbersaw there where he's trapped in the arena, not ideal, but, you know, without the Clockwork showing, or without the Clockwork being there, or like you said, Spectre having an Abyssal, you know, it's an easy black hole onto those 2 cores, and that is a fantastic way to start the fight.
Yeah, they have hit the timing now. Abyssal Blade is completed now on Fear, and I think this is what they were waiting for before this final push. It's hard taking high ground without some BKB interrupting disable for Enigma, but with Black Hole on cooldown and the Abyssal Blade complete, Clockwork having hookshot available, now I imagine they're ready to start shoving out these tier 3s.
Stinger mid. He's got to be careful. They don't have vision on him quite yet, but if they get onto the backside, they can definitely take him down, no problem. You're going to continue. Oh, okay. He gets the tower. I thought he got the deny.
Interruption, or end up killing PVD's courier with an illusion there on Tomato.
That was an unfortunate scenario. So, tier 2 bottom, the only tier 2 remaining for the side of Beast Coast. They do control quite a bit of the map. They just want to farm out these tier 3 jungle items. We'll see the Titan Sliver, the first one there for the Spectre. One of the best that you could pick up. Question is, will he see Whisper here on the Enigma? He does for a moment, but Whisper is a little bit too afraid. Aegis does get reclaimed here.
Yeah, less inclined to play forward now on Sadboys after losing those heroes there. It's just slowed down that Abyssal Blade timing, so now I imagine they'll wait for Scotty to be complete on Fear before closing out this game.
Hookshot barely splitting the uprights there between KXY and Stinger, but the Yules into the split earth. You can't get out of that. No BKB completed. The Dust able to give the vision that they need. Haunt on in. Schofield looking for the ultimate. It doesn't connect. On the backside of the fight, Spectre, he's just chasing after Stinger. It's going to be 3 quick kills. Not much you can do about that. The Spectre, like you said, so good at dealing with this Snapfire. The hero has almost no counterplay to it at all.
It only gets worse as the game goes on. He committed that Abyssal Blade onto him. You have Black Hole available here on Whisper. I think you play a little bit further back on Fear until it comes off a cooldown so you can interrupt that Black Hole.
It's just going to be Clockwork, right? He's got Hookshot in 3. He can counter it at any time. So he's just going to sit here away off the side, right?
It's difficult to get that angle, though. That's something that Whisper can watch out for, then just blink on the opposite side of wherever Clockwork is.
Right, slowly working on the towers. Tier 3 goes down there. They don't want to overcommit for their barracks, it seems, and they're just gonna, go ahead and set up for 30-minute bounty runes, the outpost as well. All very important objectives.
Yeah, the Sadboys are very disciplined with how strong they are and what kind of timings that they do hit. So, without, with the Scotty just like half completed right now, and Roshan up in another minute and a half to go. Okay, well, we're not in a rush right now. We can wait until we have these, and we'll be even stronger closing this game out. Paladin sword now track.
Dropping a ward on the high at the top rune here. I mean, it looks like they kind of want to take an engagement. They do have the black hole like we talked about. KXY wrapping around with his spider legs, but they will see them. Where's this ward? He didn't have a ward. They just had vision. They just guessed. Okay.
Paladin sword now found on Terrorblade. And is a pretty big one if he's able to just hold his ground and fight. Working on is the Satanic next, so strategy doesn't go a long way as well. He's gone dataless this game, so he's just hoping that he can burst these people down, but
yeah, he just wants to be able to do the damage. Leshrac has a very good find here on the jungle camps, a craggy coat for himself, which is pretty much all you need this game. More and more armor. We'll probably see him pick up a BKB eventually here, or he could finish the E-Blade as well.
yeah. Telescope now found on Moo.
That's a good one. He's happy to have that.
Probably pass it over to Oracle, who's holding the Paladin sword right now. Didn't realize Oracle was a sword fighter. It helps you with
It amplifies the wearer's regeneration, healing, lifesteal, and spell lifesteal. So I don't know if it actually grants you like increased healing to allies, but
it does.
it does. All right. Well, then it's worth it.
That's why he was holding that one, I believe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It amplifies the healing by 14%.
All right. Well, that's pretty good then. I'm about it.
It's obviously something. That's something PPD with a 200 IQ knows.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't see why he'd be holding it.
He's just an extra backpack slot for fear. That's about it, right?
Yeah. Remember when people had to have couriers over in like the trees and whatnot if they wanted to have more than 6 slots?
Oh yeah, I remember. Those were the days, the nightmarish days of Dota. They do see the courier up here on the high ground move, trying to grant some vision. Fear's gonna have free padding now, so yeah, goodbye. Not much you can do there. They're all set up here on the side of Beast Coast. This is an advantageous position for them for sure. The Mortimer Kisses come out right away. A pretty big ultimate, just trying to slow down this Roshan. Stinger, I guess he realizes he hasn't had any luck getting off in these fights anyway, since Fear just destroys him as soon as the Hunt comes out.
Fear all chatting them with the Dota Plus line on Spectre. Schofield is about to drop here.
All the
Nothing
Abyssal, the Root as well from the Oracle. He's not getting the Desolate, but he can block the rolls. Fear, yeah, it's like I would say PPD is probably just going to snipe this. It's definitely worth it. They can force the buyback if they walk towards that Roshan. But again, you're fighting into an arena and a black hole. It's not an easy task by any means.
No. Fear actually now has the money for his Eye of Scotty. He'll probably purchase this. Yep, there it is. And this is one of the timings that they were looking for. So they grabbed that and the Roche. I think they're just ready to close out the game here. With Earth Spirit down and Snapfire Kisses on cooldown, the only thing they have to worry about is Black Hole. But I think Beast Coast is going to be afraid to take a fight here.
They have no smokes left. They actually can't reinitiate. You have to like just walk in and hope Moo doesn't see you, but I don't see how that's going to work. So they just get the Aegis, they get the cheese as well.
But his fate will always be
Probably pass it off over to DNM. Yep. This guy is incredibly hard to bring down thanks to that Craigie coat.
Yeah.
Almost as level 20 as well. So the extra Pulse Nova damage. Probably Lightning Storm slow since he's got the egg in himself. You're just not able to walk away from him.
I see a lot of people still go the Pulse Nova damage even though they have the Axe, which is pretty wild. Yeah, that's what it is. I still see most people go the Pulse Nova damage. They just want more damage rather than the slow. They're not worried about the slow, I guess. It is almost a permanent slow anyway if you're, you know, using it right. So I guess it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Schofield. Oh, from downtown, Snaking finds him. Has that Spirit Vessel. You can't roll out of this one, sir. Oh my goodness, Snaking. This guy is ridiculous on this Clockwork.
Yeah, there's just so little that he is able to do to get away from that one. I mean, Schofield, he's doing his best to keep these lanes shoved out and stopping Sadboys from being able to end the game before you get a little bit more farm here on Tomato, but it's not going to matter. The guy's going for a Divine Rapier. We've seen this before. You can't let him have it, Sadboys.
It's so funny. I think the only reason that Clockwork hookshot hit is because he has the telescope. That range was, I'm pretty sure, max range. So that was really funny.
Interesting.
Dyer's
So like a 2600 range hookshot they just barely managed to connect.
All right. I mean, how close are we to any 25s here? It's just Fear. That is not a good sign here for Beast Coast. As soon as he gets that extra version health like damage, it's even more difficult to deal with in these fights.
Yeah. Well, I've got a fun fact about the Paladin Sword and healing to share with you on Oracle.
Oh yes, please do.
If you use the False Promise, all healing that comes out onto you or all regeneration counts as healing from Oracle. So your overall calculated healing after the end of False Promise is amplified by 14% thanks to the Paladin Sword.
Wow. Okay, that's actually a huge difference.
That includes like your passive HP regen, etc.
So, wow. Okay, yeah, that's huge. So basically when you false promise someone, all healing at all is amplified 14%. Oh, that's pretty big.
I was
Taunt out, he looks for Whisper. There's going to be the Abyssal. He just goes down immediately beyond godlike, and he gives the vision for the hook shot. Sets it up onto KXY on the Mars. He has BKB, but he can't get out. He gets stone bouldered. Well played from Schofield. The saving grace of his team right now. That Aghanim Scepter doing work already.
And one of the perks that he gets for going around the map, keeping the lane shoved out, farming at the same time. So it stalls for them, but I'm not sure it's going to matter a whole lot in the end. They'll take this tier 2 tower. This will be the last outer tower they need to take on Sadboys, and they'll have access to every single one of your tier 3s. So one lane shoves in, you're in trouble now.
Just under 2 minutes left on the Aegis as well, so they can take this high ground siege as slow as they want. They're not too worried here. And when you have tower hitters like Leshrac and Spectre, you kind of have to hope that your Leshrac can get in position for the Edict, because your Spectre is not a great tower hitter. I mean, we don't even want to talk about Moo. That ain't his job. He's just there to look pretty.
And he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen that, man? He's super handsome.
He is. Now, I think how this is going to come into play is just the False Promise offering a Leshrac, him getting this Octarine core with this Voodoo Mass.
Schofield? Oh, he's just going to boulder himself. Oh, unless the hookshot comes out. Can they stun him? The Split Earth. Oh, no, Schofield, you played yourself, son. Tomato on the backside. There's going to be the Abyssal, the Terrorblade, the Yule setup into the Split Earth. He doesn't time it correctly. The Black Hole, it catches Leshrac. There's no save quite. He gets speared out of the Black Hole. Leshrac, he's going to be fine. He gets the False Promise. Tomato pops the BKB, the Satanic. He's trying to fight through it, but Fear, he's just melting him with the help of DNM. Oh no, it's a disaster for BTS to buy back right away, but your BKB's expired. The hookshot comes out. No buyback on the Terrorblade. No Black Hole on the Enigma. 3 heroes surviving on Beast Coast. And they're just going to keep diving. A blink forward from Snaking, setting up another kill onto Stinger. And boy, oh boy, this game feels impossible now.
I mean, just can't kill any of these heroes here. Aegis still up, and I know they threw him out of the Black Hole with the spear, but it didn't matter. They had the Oracle ult out onto DNM here, and he popped the cheese ball inside the Oracle ult. That was like probably 8,000 worth of healing. They weren't going to damage him through that. They can't get anybody here.
No, not at all. And Fear's Aegis reclaims. He gets himself full health, full mana. I don't think he's too worried about it at this point. They're just cutting the waves behind them. Like, guys, we got to do something. We forted the towers. No creep wave left. Push it as fast as possible before that backdoor protection comes in. But the hookshot, it finds Schofield on the side. They're gonna be able to push him back. It's all a distraction, baby. You gotta get the ancient, the fortification, the backdoor protection. There it is. Oh no, a defense from Beast Coast. It pays off.
They're stalling for time. DNM shouts, boo, I'm with you, man.
Boo, boring. Schofield in trouble. He's going to get the roll off, makes it away, Snaking. Hookshot in 3. If he can get vision, has a flare, but they just haunt instead. They're going to give everything. Oh, well, they haunt to kill the Enigma. That's a pretty value haunt coming in from Fear. This man, he knows his objectives. Arena down. They do pin Leshrac into the wall, but no. PPD's not close enough this time to save him. He goes down. You went in a little too far, lads. You didn't have your 5 support. The Mortimer Kisses on the backside actually doing some serious damage. The Silence. Oracle's going to go down as well. And Snaking falling low. A massive reflection. Tomato, can he actually save this game? He's got BKB. Fear falling low on the Spectre, getting shredded. He's got the Abyssal. You have to get something here. The stagger up in 2 seconds. Can he dodge this out? Tomato, no way to continue chasing. The reflection will do what it can, but KXY is here. He has a spear in just a second or so. Oh, baby. The Abyssal comes out. There's going to be another dagger, but they get him. They finally take him down, and he has no buyback.
Signs of life here finally by Beast Coast. Just barely managing to take that fight. DNM too far forward and PPD not in place to save him. Afterwards, PPD actually went down because he was trying to sprint over there and save DNM. Wasn't going to leave him behind at soccer practice this game.
Not twice, sir.
Not twice. Because of that, a bit of a recovery. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. That cost you so much. Buybacks on your heroes. And
they bought back pretty much, well, they only bought back the Enigma and the Snapfire, so it's not the worst, but it is still very difficult to deal with now because Spectre is so huge that Enigma like has to go for an Aeon Disc or something at this point because she just gets bursted on every haunt. He just abyssals her immediately, or Enigma, I don't know what it is, and just kills it.
Yeah. Found a Havoc Hammer here on Timbersaw. It's a nice find. Make it even harder for them to stay on top of him in these team fights.
Dude, it's such a good item.
Minotaur Horn found by KXY. That's also a pretty big pickup. They might hand that off to Earth Spirit. We'll find out in just a moment.
I'm not sure if you noticed the Illusionist cape for both of the teams, which is pretty great. Terrorblade and Spectre love this. PPD, he's been found. Spear tanked by Clockwork, but I don't know if that's exactly what you want here, as they'll be able to finish off 2 kills very easily. They're going to keep chasing. They're looking for DNM on this Leshrac. Schofield? I mean, here's the thing. When you have this Ags, you can do whatever you want. They're going to kick him back into the center. He's clipped, actually. Oh, no. Leshrac, you can't get down. But Tomato also, he can't get up there without the vision. Snapfire will provide that for the moment, but a false promise trying to keep him alive through it all. But look at Tomato just beating him down on the backside of the fight. Whisper almost dies. Does he survive on Leshrac? No way. He does die in the end. Some big spells committed. Moo, he wants to get on top of Whisper. They don't have BKB on Terrorblade either.
Well, that's a lot of damage coming out from Tomato.
He did go Aeon Disc. Nice. Okay, I was right. I was like, he has to get one, right? Otherwise, his game is useless. Snaking, looking for a hook shot in 3 seconds. Tomato trying to just zone them out with this Terrorblade.
His Metamorphosis is just about to expire, and at the same time, Roshan is about to come up. Here, he knows. Throws the dagger out, and you are forced to back up now. You have Black Hole available. Your Ancient almost died to creeps.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, they have to Roche if they have vision, but they don't have vision of Roche. They haven't seen it respond quite yet. They're too busy dealing with these Terrorblade illusions.
They'll head in just a moment, though. Fear, he scouts it out.
Oh, he sees it now. He's like, okay, guys, I think it's alive. All right, here's going to be the illusion damage. Oh my goodness, the illusion escape plus the main hero. 4 instances of Desolate just destroying this Roshan, and that's going to give Aegis on over to Fear. He might... Oh, the Courier? Does it steal anything? I couldn't tell. It didn't look like it. But they give an Aghanim Scepter on over to the Clockwork, so you have double hookshot now, thanks to that rearm. Oh, and he's going to use the first one. A second one's going to come out as well. Whisper comes in. The 3-man black hole. They're able to turn around the spears. They're doing so much damage. This fight's going the way of Beast Coast, but Moo, can he survive Fear? He's the big question mark. Can they bring him down? Will he survive this engagement? I see a big red arrow over his head. He's going to be able to survive for a moment, but 3 heroes go down. First life coming in, but the buybacks, they're coming through. Moo, he's trying to take this fight. Tomato, he's got no BKB. In comes DNM, the split earth. He's going to pop that Satanic, but he dies. A huge fight for Beast Coast, but they cannot withstand 2 lives on this Spectre. It's just too much.
Yeah, and you ended up spending all your gold before that fight on the Silver Edge and Satanic on this TV, so no buyback available. And your Ancient is exposed. They're just going to run down mid. DNM not wasting any time. He doesn't have the Diabolic Explosions talent, but I think that's going to be it. There's no way you're going to be able to defend this without the Terrorblade. This is it. It's got to be over.
Yeah, I mean, 5 heroes dead, no buybacks. I mean, obviously, they don't know that yet on Sadboys. They don't know that this Terrorblade and you know, friends don't have buyback, but yeah, that's gonna be it. Beast Coast cannot stand the damage from this Sphere Spectre. 45 minutes into the game, they finally close it out.
Yeah, 45 minutes, and the game, you know, it never looked like Sadboys didn't have it there. There was some moments of brilliance with Beast Coast managing to defend, but in the end, Sadboys, their heroes were just too good. Leshrac, DNM here, managing to rip heroes apart. PPD doing an amazing job of keeping people alive. There was the one moment where DNM was just too far forward. PPD not in position to save him, but It stalled the game out, but couldn't end it. Excellent job here by Sadboys, who at the start of the tournament were at the bottom of the groups, and now they ended up beating the top seed.
Yeah, here they go. Straight to the upper bracket finals to play the winners of our previous series, 4 Zoomers. So we're going to have an the 4 Zoomers versus 4 Boomers upper bracket. Yes! This is my dream come true, Neph. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited.
We made it, but both these teams out of SA are moving in the lower bracket, but
I can't believe. Oh, man.
It looked like their tournament for Thunder Predator for Beast Coast. I mean, coming out so strong, looking so amazing here. And KXY and Tomato have been doing an excellent job as stand-ins, but they couldn't cinch out this series. 2-0 for Sadboys.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the bracket up on schedule for you guys here so you can see it. You'll see today's 2 upper bracket games, Sadboys and Beast Coast, and 4 Zoomers and Thunder Predator is going to move Sadboys and 4 Zoomers to the upper bracket. And tomorrow we have the elimination lower bracket games of Team Brazil versus Jaguares, and then of course Arkosh Gaming there versus 5-man Midas to play. You know, the winner again moving on to their next elimination series against either Beast Coast or Thunder Predator. But an incredible 2 series today, man. This is the first day of playoffs. This is exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah, it's Ricky's dream come true. I would have loved to see Beast Coast or Thunder Predator and SA NA showdown come out of the upper bracket going forward. But you know, we'll have to wait for finals and see what happens.
Dude, it's so great. Incredible performance from all 4 teams today. Definitely holding their own, but, you know, just a few plays ends up nudging certain teams ahead. We will be back tomorrow. Same place, same time here on the Beyond the Summit channel. This is the Pro Series Season 4 Americas. We've got day 2 of playoffs coming. Big shout out to our sponsor, Monster Energy, for keeping us going through the whole tournament. We appreciate it. It would literally not be possible without you. Neph, any final words, any thoughts before we call it a night?
Not really. I mean, thank you everybody for tuning in, following the group stage, and of course following this playoff game. It was an excellent day. Once again, would have loved to see a South American team push forward further through this upper bracket, but you know, Sadboys and 4 Zoomers are just looking too strong. Excited to seeing this match tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that'll do it for us all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you're not following Neph, you can check him out on Twitch and Twitter at Neph Sensei. You can see his tag on the screen. You can check me out as well at rkryptic on both Twitch and Twitter. But that's going to do it. We're done. We'll see you all tomorrow, and have a wonderful night, everyone.